Welcome to the Making Rooms podcast. My name is Eric, and these are my ruminations on designing, publishing, and finding community for the Explore Rooms TTRPG. If you want to support this journey, please like and subscribe, comment down below if you have thoughts on the things I'm sharing in this episode, and head over to my pre-launch Kickstarter page so you can be notified when the campaign goes live. My Kickstarter campaign is part of their ZineQuest open call, and in this episode, I'm going to be looking at some other ZineQuest entries, share my thoughts, what I'm excited about their projects, what I think they have going for them. Low judgment, but just celebrating what other people have going and what they're attempting to accomplish in the same journey that I'm in. But first, here is your Explore Room. You are standing in a white porcelain bowl. High above you, water from a faucet falls down and begins filling the bowl. At the center of the floor, there is a black rubber plug, and from the top of it extends a long chain. What would you like to do? Do you start swimming around as the water fills up and splashing all around? Do you try grabbing the chain and pulling the plug free? You try grabbing the chain and pulling the plug free with all of your might, but doing it alone, it won't budge. But a bunch of you gathered together, grab hold of the chain and each other, and you begin pulling away, swimming away from the drain, and the plug comes free. And just then the water begins to swirl all around the porcelain bowl as you are pulled down into the drain, into the next room. I hope you enjoyed the sink bowl room. Now for the TTRPG tip of the episode. This one comes from Kitty Knorr, or Kitty Knorr, KITTYKNORR, from TikTok. Write out all of your ideas that you eventually want to be working on. Then understand that this list of projects is actually your instruction manual on how to live your life, how to move forward as a creative person. You have to use your imagination when moving through this world how you're meant to. Thank you, Kitty, for that advice. I know that I have 1,000 ideas on things I could be working on. Some of them I feel more confident about than others, some that I don't even know how to begin on. And this project, the Explore Rooms project, was one of those, but I'm acting on it now. And I'm keeping a notebook of all the things that I want to be working on, what I'd love to create as a part of this overall project. And it is certainly going to become sort of a blueprint for how I build this part of my life, my career, whatever this ends up being. So I really appreciated Kitty both acknowledging that creativity, those sparks of ideas are sort of a path forward for those of us who seek creative outlets, and that if done right, if applied correctly, can bring a ton of fulfillment and maybe even the what you need to live and thrive for your family and yourself. So, I hope that helps you as well. Now let's get into the main topic. ZineQuest is an open call by Kickstarter to invite creatives to create TTRPG zines. These zines could be full, brand new systems or settings. They could be built on top of other systems or settings, or they could be little addendums or interesting stories or a booklet of items or something like that. It's really, I think, meant to kind of culminate all of that activity together so that all of us that are interested in that sort of thing can have one place to go and look for it and discover new projects. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't TTRPG projects or even zines that are launching other times of the year. I know some that are even launching this week and next, maybe to get ahead of and be some of the first ZineQuest projects available. But I wanted to go through and look at some of the other projects that are being shared or that are part of ZineQuest, that are taking the same journey as I am. And I want to share them with you because maybe you're curious or interested about them. And I just want to kind of do my part to amplify these projects for others in the community. So if you're on Kickstarter and you go over to the right-hand side, you're logged in, you can come to this drop down, and down at the bottom for open calls, you can see that there are a number of open calls. That second one right here, ZineQuest, is what we're going to click, and we're going to see that there's 1,567 projects, and I believe this is lifetime over the last 6 years of the project being a thing. This is the 7th year of doing the project. I think I'm right in those calculations. And under the filters, I'm going to, instead of having all projects, I'm going to be switching that to upcoming projects. So those are projects that are going to be, I would assume, going live in the month of February as part of ZineQuest. I'm going to do my best to talk about a lot of, as many of these as I can in the time that I have, and that'll be now through through the Kickstarter. So this will be my first installment of looking at some of these projects that are being kickstarted. All right, this project is called Indie Readmore in the Hive of Scum and Villainy. The subtitle of this is Unleash Your Inner Power as an Indie Readmore. The Goodest Doggo shows you how to save the future of pop culture in this wild zine. And if you read down further, what you kind of get is a bit of a meta commentary on the state of the indie industry and sort of call to action to support independent artists and creators over larger corporations and the wave of AI and flooding the market with subpar content, in their words. And you get this lovable character, Indy Readmore, which, if you know the Indiana Jones series, Indy was named after his dog, Indiana. And so to have a dog in the Indiana Jones style or in an Indiana Jones aesthetic is really cool. I really like the comic, Saturday morning cartoons from the 80s and 90s sort of aesthetic. It reminds me of like Rescue Rangers or, the Alvin Simon Theater, the Chipmunks. Really looking forward to Indie Readmore in the Hive of Scum and Villainy, and looking at the profile. If this one goes well, that there'll be a series of these that come out, which is really cool. Another project that looks super cool is the Metanthropes. This was created by Legitimine Games. They've created one other project and they've backed 77 projects. But the subtitle says, Unleash your imagination with 3 unique new worlds, beautifully crafted zines, and immersive digital experiences. So it seems like they're doing more than just a TTRPG, and that this is a big expansion. And they've put a lot into the artwork of this space. Now, from what I understand, this is sort of a superpowers TTRPG playing in the multiverse. They have a pretty wicked trailer for this campaign, so they're investing quite a bit. I connected with the owner of this through a couple other channels and am excited to see how this project goes. It looks like they've got a Project We Love stamp on it, and there's a ton of art. There's a ton of kind of orienting you in this world. If you're interested in kind of superheroes or superpowers, or maybe something a little bit more epic, take a look at this and see what it's about. It might be the right thing for you. This project just came on my radar as of this recording. It's called Horse Majeure, a comedy TTRPG zine, and the subtitle is Work Together as 2 people in a horse costume to find a delicious apple. I absolutely love the simplicity of it. I love that it's just a bit ridiculous. And this little art piece may not be what makes it. I don't know what the final art style is going to be, if this particular art is going to make it in, but it looks like something that was doodled on a napkin when one person pitched the idea to a group of friends and they're like, yes, go for it. So Tom Lavery, this is the first project he's created. He's backed 169, so he's been lurking and investing in the Kickstarter space for a long time, and I'm really excited to see what Tom's going to put out for this, and I think it'd be a fun thing to learn more about and back. This project is called Thieves of the Tome. Turn the books on your shelf into a ruckus spellbook heist, a TTRPG for 2 to 5 players. This is by George Philbrick. This is his first project, and he's backed 4 Kickstarters in the past. This seems really cool. The idea that you would use physical location, books on your bookshelf, as a part of the game. My kids love to read books. This could be a really interesting way to kind of make the things that we've collected on our shelves a part of a game night or something like that. I absolutely love the artwork on this title piece with these really over-the-top characters. We've got a kind of melted wax. We've got and I'm presuming that these are wizards performing spells. So we have a wizard who's reading a book and melting like wax. We've got a kind of a purple wizard whose arm is molding and growing and bulging. We've got another who's sprouted wings. So this just seems like a crazy zany time. I'd be really curious to see what kind of overall project this looks like. Play with books, write spells. GIFs are really important for Kickstarters. This is a picture of the book as it's printed, and then a little bit of a sample of the interior art. Really looking forward to this project by George Philbrick, and I hope maybe it's something that you take a look at. This project is called Pocketfold Adventures. There's been a few role-playing games that I've seen, or role-playing game products that I've seen that are sort of in a trifold brochure style. So this one kind of caught my eye for that reason. This one is by Adventure Awaits. The other thing that caught my eye is the subtitle, a collection of playable stories in the style of choose your own adventure books. I loved choose your own adventure books. It's a style that I would love to learn how to create in for the future of kind of the content I'm making, the products that I'm making. So I'm really interested to see what is created here. They've done Kickstarters before. This would also be a great page to look at for creating a successful Kickstarter page. They've got simple product photos and then how they go about explaining what the project is about, what the product is about. I'm looking forward to seeing what this is. I think it's a simple idea. I love simple ideas, and I'm ready to learn more. So this will be one that I'm eager to learn more about and potentially back. This next project is called Mission Impawsible. It's a zine and deluxe box set. The subtitle is a critically acclaimed TTRPG of 3 raccoons in a trench coat saving the world. So this is a cooperative. 3 of you are playing together, or maybe more, with various NPCs and bad guys that you have to spoil their plans, or get the briefcase where it needs to go. It seems really cool, really zany, a lot of fun, and a different, the thing that evokes to my mind is like a sack race where you're attached to each other. I don't know how much of this game is going to play like you are physically contained within the trench coat. Maybe one of you is in charge of motion or mobility. One is in charge of gadgets and gizmos. Another is in charge of line of sight, etc. Just an intriguing idea. The artwork is fantastic. It's very cartoonish, but then you can see the interior art is all high quality, well laid out. It's a little bit of I've done this in design before, where you make things look real but slightly cartoonish, where you've got like a taped note, and that sort of thing. So just fun use of textures and things that look printed on inside the thing that's printed on, which is really fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is going to be. They lay out quite a bit more of what's in the box set, where you've got character sheets, dry erase markers, looks like a bingo card, and then wooden raccoon tokens. There's 6 of them and some coins. They've got reviews and that sort of stuff. So this is fantastic. This is all relatively new. This wasn't all here when I saved the project to be notified for, but they've really built it out and it's really cool. I think it's probably worth building this out so that anybody who's interested can know more about it. So I'm really curious which of these projects kind of sparked for you. Are there some that you would love to learn more about? Are there some that you're really keen on backing because maybe you know the person who's putting on the project, or it's just right up your alley, bullseye target? Let me know in the comments below. As long as you're heading over to Kickstarter, why don't you stop by my pre-launch page? There'll be some new things coming to this page even prior to launch, but hit the button and get notified on launch so that you know when it's going live and can be there for all the fun and excitement on day 1 and the 2 weeks following. Thanks for joining me on this episode as I look through all of these amazing projects. I'll see you in the next room.